Jake here for American Muscle, and today I've got the Performance Pack style rear spoiler in gloss black, fitting 2015 to 2023 Mustang Fastbacks. Whether you need a replacement for your original spoiler or you're just looking to enhance your Mustang's good looks and aerodynamics, this spoiler is going to appeal to you. It brings you OEM style, fit, and functionality at a much lower cost than the factory part. Now, when it comes to rear spoilers, it's easy to go overboard and it's easy to get lost in the sea of choices, but that's not going to be a worry here. This is essentially an exact replica of the OEM Ford Performance Pack spoiler that came on 15 to 23 S550 Mustangs. This uses CAD data directly from Ford to ensure a factory fit. Now, a spoiler looks cool, especially this one in its nice gloss black color. And if you've got a lighter color car, this is going to provide you with a nice contrast or blend in and add to that stealthy blacked out look if that's the direction your build is taking. And it'll also look great on a monochromatic car as well. However, a spoiler isn't just about looks, especially not one that was originally engineered for the Performance Pack cars. It's designed to improve dynamics by adding some downforce to the rear of the car where it's going to matter and balance it out. So if you're hitting the track, this is going to help add some downforce at higher speeds, and thus it's going to give you more rear end grip by forcing that airflow up and creating that downward force that's going to keep the rear of the car better glued to the pavement. Now, it is important to note that, as with any spoiler, the difference in downforce is going to be much more noticeable as you achieve higher speeds like you would on a track. Not necessarily when you're puttering around town, because you need that airflow to make that happen. But when you are tooling around town, it's going to look great on the back end of your S550, especially since it's so similar to a Ford factory part. And if something happened to your original spoiler, this is a great replacement that's going to come in at a much lower price too. Now, construction, as I've alluded to, is also very similar to a factory part. Now, this is comprised from UV-resistant ABS plastic. Now, ABS is renowned for its lightweight and its impact resistance and durability, so it's strong enough to withstand the forces that are exerted on it, and it should last you a long time. Now, this one in particular is finished in gloss black. As you see it here, this is how it came out of the box. So you can mount it up on the car exactly as it sits right now. However, since it is ABS plastic underneath, you can always repaint it, wrap it, or customize it in some way to suit your build and taste. Now, this does come in a couple of pieces as well. As you can see, I actually put these on to give you a full idea of what this is going to look like on the back end of your car, but it will take a little bit of assembly. We'll talk about that more in a few moments though. Pricing is the one way in which this one really differs from the factory part. Coming in at about $300, this is about a third less expensive than the equivalent factory piece from Ford themselves. Trust me, I looked it up for you. And this one comes finished, unlike the one that you get from Ford. So this one is ready to mount, it's nearly identical, and it comes in at a significantly lower price. So that is 3 wins in a row in my book. There's really not much you can argue about there. Installation is going to get a 1 out of 3 on our difficulty meter, and it should take you about an hour to complete. If your car already has the Performance Pack spoiler from the factory, this is going to bolt right into place without issue. You won't have to do any further modifications. Now, if your car did not have that spoiler from the factory, you are going to need to drill a few holes in order to get this mounted. Now, this will fit any fastback Mustang from 2015 to 2023, so any of the S550s. And again, if you've got the Performance Pack on your S550 already, this is going to be a really super simple and quick installation. If you don't have it, you're just going to have to do a little bit of drilling, so just be prepared for that. You also get some foam pads on the bottom for the pieces of the spoiler that are going to mount on the car. These have some adhesive backing on them, and you get some adhesion promoter in the kit as well too to make sure these stick properly. It's going to give you a nice, even, and squeak-free fitment. One quick note before we get started on the installation portion of the video though, we are going to show you the uninstall from one of our own vehicles first, and then we're going to go ahead and hand it over to one of our AM customers who's going to install this on their own vehicle. And that's also going to show you the drilling portion as well. So with that, let's get into it.
Hi everyone. Today we're installing a spoiler on our Mustang, so let's get started with the uninstall first. For our uninstall, we're going to need a trim removal tool to remove 9 push pins in this cover here. We'll also need to remove these 2 rubber bumpers here, the trim piece over the hood, the latch there, and 2 rubber grommets on the outside of the deck lid. So we're going to insert our trim tool underneath the bottom of the latch here and just pop it out. Then remove the 2 rubber bumpers just by screwing them out. Now we can remove our push pins simply by inserting our trim removal tool underneath the pin and pulling out. And just slip the handle through the slot. Now we can just pop the grommets out simply by pulling them in. Now we've got 4 nuts to remove, 2 here and 1 on each end where the grommets used to be. So we're going to go ahead and use our 10mm socket to remove those. And just one note of caution, when you get to the point where you're just about ready to remove the nut, it's a good idea to close the deck lid as much as you can to keep the nut from falling into the trunk lid. Now with all of our nuts removed, we can go ahead and lift our rear spoiler off. Now you may need a trim removal tool to help pry it off, depending on what type of adhesive is on the bottom of the spoiler.
Hey y'all, so today we will be installing our Performance Pack spoiler, gloss black, by American Muscle. So I have everything ready. I took everything out of the box. So this is my Mustang 2021. Just got it in like 2 weeks ago. So my Mustang didn't come with a spoiler, but it did have one. So you can see that I already have my hose drilled for me. So I don't have to worry about the hose because my Mustang already had a spoiler, but it's just not. When I bought it, I didn't get the spoiler. So most of y'all will have a spoiler, so you will have to get that removed, and you should have pre-drill holes, but you might not have this pre. If it's not a performance pack, I don't think you will have them. If you don't have a spoiler at all, you will have to drill the hose. But since we already have a hose drilled for us, we don't have to worry about that. So let's get started to the spoiler. But first, the tools that I will be using will be a Phillips head. I have a ratchet, 10mm socket, and a ratchet extension. I also have a short extension just in case. We're gonna need tape, a knife or a scissor just to cut the tape, and a flathead. We will need the flathead to remove the clips from the cart. So let's grab our tape and our knife or scissors and a Phillips head so we can get started with the spoiler. What I'm doing right now, I'm just cutting little strings of tape about that long, about each long. Okay, so what you want to do is, so we will be installing this part to this part. So as y'all can see, we have our big, so our screw will go right here, and that will be installed to these 4 holes that we have right here. But it's a big hole in there, so if you drop your screw, then it's kind of hard to get it out. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna tape my screw into my Phillips head. That way I don't drop it. And if you do need to take the tape out, you can just get some pliers and take it out. So let's get started. Once it's in place, just take it down and just move on to the next hole and keep going and keep going. Same thing with all of them. So I'm just putting a little bit right at the edge. I'm not covering the thread. Just that way I can just put it in. It's not gonna fall. And as soon as I need to take it out, it's ready to get it peeled off. Alright, so that one's done. See? So the screw is gone, but you're just left with the tape. And again, if the tape don't come out with the Phillip head, you can just get some pliers and put them in there and get the tape out. So here we have the screw. Just put it right at the edge. Go. So that's in place. Now we're gonna move on to this side. So for this side, basically what you want to do is align this part with this little hole right here. So you have your little hole right there, and try to align it the best you can, and that should do it. So for this one, you don't have to tape your screws. And then we'll just start this one. We are missing 2 screws. So the bag does have 2 more screws, and I still have to put 3 over there, so I'm gonna just put 1 more over here. Now we'll go ahead and do this side. Do this one. So now that we have both of our screws into place, we're just gonna go ahead and clip this on. So now we clip this side to it. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and put up adhesive. So it should match perfectly. To your car. So once you are ready, you're just gonna peel this off and slap it on your car. So this one will be for this side. Same thing. It goes in there. And then same thing with this side. Goes right here. Okay, so that's it. So now we come to the car. We gotta take this whole thing off. So first things first, go ahead and unscrew this one. So this one is just like a screw. Just unscrew it in. So put them in a safe place. Unscrew it in, and now you have this one. So for this one, just push down and pull up. So push down, pull out. For these clips, you can have a clip remover, especially made for these clips. If you don't have one, just go ahead and use a flathead. So for a flathead, just get one side, and then for this other side, use your finger to pull it out. So one side, and then for the other side, pull it out. Just repeat the same thing with all of them. Last one, not certainly least. So once you take all of them out, your pin shoes start coming out. Go ahead and feed the emergency door opening. And you can just set this inside. I'm not gonna use that. Take this one out. And then you have another one on this side. So now we grab our spoiler. So you have these caps for all of them. Make sure you take them out. There we go. So once you peel, so it's gonna look the same as this one. So once you peel the white thing off, so look, it's gonna just peel off. So once you peel it off, just go ahead and put it on your car. I mean on your spoiler. So you have that one. So we move on to the left one. Peel it off. And align it, and then just place it. Same thing with the middle one. For this one, it's just gonna go like that. And this one, you are gonna have to line it up with your car. So just go ahead and try to line it up. Go ahead. And now, if everything's right, it should all fit into place. So don't press down on the spoiler itself, press down on the pads. Make sure everything gets a good bond and sticks together. That way we can screw our holes in. We get our ratchet strap, our long extension, and the short extension can also work. You don't have to have a long extension, it just makes it easier. So for these ones, you can go ahead and do the same method of, because you don't want to drop them in here. You can go ahead and do the same method of taping the bolt down. But I also have another method that works better for me. And it's just starting, instead of starting like this and running the risk of dropping it, I just like to start from the bottom and get it aligned. Okay, I think it should be in place. So now for this middle ones, you don't need the big strap. You can just go ahead and get your ratchet strap, the 10mm. For this one, you don't have to do the method of starting from the bottom. Right here, your hand can fit, so go ahead and screw it in by hand. Just make sure you don't drop it. So that one's in. Same thing with this one. Just do it by hand. So you're gonna have 2 bolts in here. So make sure you don't drop it. Once you can do it, get your ratchet strap. Just twist this back. Alright, it should be in there. Now for our last bolt, we're gonna go ahead and do the same method. So this one, we're gonna do the same method. And that should be all of them. Let me just make sure I have this one. Yep. So that's all of them. So you can put your tools aside. So now, it's just the easy part, putting everything back. So first we're gonna go ahead and do this. Feed your emergency opening to the hole. Put it under. Let's screw this one first. Okay, now put your cap back in place. This one just slide in, that's it. Now just place all your clips back in place. So you have that one, and last but not least. And now you have two caps over here. Sliding in there. Same thing. Now all you have to do is enjoy your spoiler. So there you have it. That should be all of it. So as you can see, it's not moving anywhere. It's pretty nice.
That's going to wrap it up here for our review and install of the Performance Pack style rear spoiler in gloss black, fitting 2015 to 2023 Mustang Fastbacks. Thanks so much for watching, and as always, for all things Mustang, be sure to keep it right here at AmericanMuscle.com.